Cari amici sportivi, we lost Andon, we lost Shane, but it's okay. We got Fabio. Oh, Andon is back on. We got Fabio live on vacation. We got Gio. We got the capo of the ultras of the Patreon, Omar. We have Davey and Andon. It looks like he's setting up his camera. It's all good, gentlemen. What a 24 hours we've had, right? From the fiasco yesterday of the whole Taremi signing that he wants more money, whatever the case may be. The Champions League draw, a lot of them calling it a group of debt. It is what it is, and it's funny because when I was at Chocharo's the morning of, and I told Tony the interista there that works, I'm like, if I was still a gambler, I go put money. We're facing Newcastle. I just feel it, and that's why, guys, I'm not a gambler anymore. Because if I would have gambled on that, it wouldn't have happened. So I'm a very good pretend gambler. But all right now, Jovic signed. It looks like Origi. We were getting rid of the dead weight. Let's start off, Fabio. You are in somewhere in South America scouting. You're scouting, but your scouting is done nothing because the transfer window is over. Talk to us, buddy. How's vacation? And are you going to be able to watch today?
Yes. I got the computer already set up downstairs. The whole family's going to be watching. We're going to have Milanistas everywhere today. No, it's been good, man. Little shocked draw yesterday, but at the same time, gonna be the man. Woo! You gotta be the man. And you know what? PSG, Dortmund, and even Newcastle. Come on, these are people who should be able to play. And again, gauge where we are in our entire plan. As far as I'm concerned, we'll know. I believe today or tomorrow we'll find out the schedule, when we're playing. So I got to put some vacation time in. I got to go watch with the club. I got the club scarf on. I'm here. I'm in Ecuador, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Let's go, baby. You know what, Taremi? You didn't want to come. You and your stupid people at the end tried to suck some more money out of us. Peace out, bro. We don't need you. We don't need you at all. We got another guy coming. We good. We got a good team this year. We good.
From Ecuador to LA with the bad hair day, he's wearing his Milan Club Boston hat. Gio, from the last 24 hours.
Yo, Vinny. I tell you this all the time. Stop disrespecting the Patreon. I don't know who I'm behind, either Ponja or Davey. Put one in there. Stop doing that. So, they pay their Starbucks a month, okay?
You pay as well. So you know what? Here, are you happy?
Now? I don't care. I'm part of the channel, Vinny. And that's
okay, so let me go to Davey. Mr. Positivity himself. King Krunic lover number one. Davey, the last 24 hours, man. So far, it is what it is. But in the end, whatever happened in the last 24 hours, we got Roma. We got Roma to handle today in about an hour and 30 minutes. And Milan Club New York. Some of the guys from Milan Club New York are in Montreal. We're gonna go meet them soon. But how are you feeling from the news from the last 24 hours right now? Jovic and Origi leaving. And
first things first, the whole draw of the Champions League, I'm actually kind of happy that we got the group of death, or so-called the group of death. It's because facing these tough teams just sets precedence of what's going to go on later on. Because if we face the bottom tier teams, we barely pass by. What does that say for the rest of the time being? I'm actually happy. It's going to be a good test early in the beginning, and if we pass and we do good, then it's just more positive towards that. Towards today's game, I'm actually excited to face Roma because everyone's always saying, "Oh, you faced two bottom tier teams. You barely got past this, that, penalties, this, that." No, Roma is regardless of their transfer, regardless of their injuries, it's still a top tier team in my level. So I don't mind. I don't mind facing them. I want to see what Lukaku brings. I'm not even sure he's going to start right away. But yeah, it's going to be a good test. And I like what I saw during the whole transfer window. We made a mark in the beginning. We went quiet towards the middle, and at the very last day, we offloaded someone we didn't need. Too bad we couldn't offload Balotore, but listen, we can't get them all out of one shot. And I'm actually excited to see Luka Jokovic play.
Jovic, yeah, definitely. And, there's a different feeling. Like, Omar, let me ask you this. Like, if it was last year that we would have drawn this group stage to this year, the feeling is different. I know it's only been 2 games, right? But I think last year, if we would have drawn a group like this, would have been a bit weary. And when I looked at this group, and I was like, no, okay, you know what? Let's test ourselves. Let's go. And the test starts today. Let's see what we can do, because Roma, guys, let's not forget, Roma has 1 point in 2 games, right? You know the way the story goes. They're due for a win. Big signing in Lukaku, whatever the case may be. But Omar, how do you feel about the draw, the news, and the game coming up in an hour and a half?
Well, for the draw, I actually like it. I find it gives, as we say in Italian, gives some romanticismo to everything, because you got Donnarumma on the PSG side, so that's going to be interesting. Are they going to throw dollars at him? Like, who knows? That would be funny, just to get it, play some mind games. Tonali, he's going to be very emotional, I believe, when he comes back to the San Siro. We should give him a beautiful standing ovation.
I'm sure we will.
Tell him, like, once you're a devil, you're always a devil at heart, so something like that. So make him emotional, make him cry. He will be off his game, and we can take care of business with the other guys, just focusing on the game. So I really don't mind the draw. Dortmund, I mean, it's intimidating to go play in Dortmund because they have a crazy ultras group, they're very passionate guys, and so that's going to be interesting to see. I think that's probably going to be the tougher one of the game, because the other 2 games, we got a bone to pick with those teams a little bit, I feel. So, when you have that sort of extra motivation, you can play a little bit better. And I like the fact that we get, like, straight away some tough teams to play, because that's going to bring up the level straight away. And if we can bring up that level straight away, it's going to be a positive for our league run, because then we can transfer that sort of energy from the Champions League into the league. We can get some good games and win some good games. And then if we make it out of our group, man, it's only going to be good for us, because we're going to find better. It's going to be easier to play the other opposing teams when we get to that stage, because we've already played some tough teams, So I like the draw. We're Milan. We shouldn't be afraid of anybody. That's who we are. The Champions League is our home. We have to show everyone it's our home, and San Siro is our fortress.
It's in our DNA, as they like to say. Stimoli grande, as Franco Baresi said. And speaking of Franco Baresi, Gio's favorite legend player. Peter, hope you come back. Gio, bad hair day and all, from LA. Look at Fabio. He looks so pensive. Look at that face he's got. This is your partner, the coast to coast partner. But speaking of everything that's going on in the last 24 hours, in the end, it is Milan versus Roma. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling good, Vinny. I mean, I can't complain. We got rid of Origi, which was a big salary. That's what I'm happy about. But for the draw, I mean, I was happy because, we can't take this draw for granted. Tonali's coming back, so we're hopefully the fans make him a tifo. And then, like, if y'all listening over here, Kuba, so we need to make a big ass tifo of a fucking rat, because that rat Donnarumma is coming back. So a picture of that rat,
from those dollars,
of him with cheese and dollars coming out all over his body, because he's coming back. It ain't gonna be a homecoming for you, buddy. And then we got Pulisic going back home.
Gio,
Germany,
like the rat that they do when
you're cutting off.
Gio, like the rat that they do when they have, like, the people scabbing.
Oh yeah.
So you need to get closer to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you're gonna stay close to the McDonald's Wi-Fi there in Ecuador.
Listen, I'm in a third world country here, right?
Hey, Vinny, my Wi-Fi was good in El Salvador, right?
Yes, it was. El Salvador #1. Ecuador.
But you can't use that American roaming.
You gotta use that American roaming on there. But let's go. Let's see. Macedonia has perfect Wi-Fi, and again in that position of painting like one of your French girls from Titanic. He's lounging on the couch. And talk to us. Your feelings the last 24 hours, and in the end, Milan Roma. Let's get her done. What are you thinking?
Well, it's certainly a crazy 24 hours. So latest news are we're getting Jovic on a permanent deal, not on a loan. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
hoping I was hoping that it's a loan, because if it's a
For
permanent, if he
free.
fails, yeah. But if he fails, we're
Prestito
stuck with
secco. I'm
another.
sorry. It says prestito secco. So I'm not sure. You're saying that you read it's on a permanent, but
No,
sports media said
it's official. No, it's on a Serie A website. It says
okay.
definitivo.
Definitivo. Okay, so sports media said you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So Jovic, how about the last moves? It just looks like you know the guys, the Forlani Moncada. We need to get somebody, maybe not of the quality that we wanted, but they still got things done. But in the end,
I mean, always in the end, the plan is next summer to go for that big striker. So this is just a temporary solution. But nonetheless, as I said, it was an exciting 24 hours. I saw a lot of Milan fans over the internet freaking out about the group, but I think it's the perfect group for us. As a team that needs to grow, needs to go to the next level, this is the perfect group to play. I would rather play those teams than some weaker teams, and this is how you build a team. This is how you build mentality. Last time they played in the semifinal, and this will only improve them also to play in the league a lot better. And none of the teams that entered that were in the group are not unbeatable, and they're not levels above us. And what's good, every one of those teams play a different style of play. So it will be interesting to see how Pioli manages and how the team manages to play against them.
like,
So it's going to be
look,
exciting. Plus,
I like it.
a lot more views.
It's been a while, Paulie. It's been a while. You needed some therapy. You thought that after all this time you didn't need any therapy, but welcome back. And we've been
Thanks,
asking
guys.
everybody, we're doing the rounds, the last 24 hours, the news, the Champions League. We got Roma in at about an hour and 15 minutes. But how you feeling? Everybody seems to be on the same wavelength. That's like, it's okay. We got the group of death, and people are us we're liking this kind of group. What are you feeling about the last 24 hours and maybe what's upcoming for Roma in the next hour?
I think it's positive. I think we've got to be optimistic. We've had a good start to the season. I was at the game actually against Torino, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, it was good to be over there. And yeah, I think we did some good business overall. We can't complain about the Mercato. So we just have to have belief in the squad and back the manager.
I like it. Nice, straight to the point, Paulie. Fabio, let's go with today's game, right?
May I say
Probably.
one thing before we move
Okay.
on?
Yes, you
I
may say one thing.
guarantee, if there is a Champions League game that's going to be scheduled in between that Napoli Juve matchup, I promise you, it's going to be PSG. I just have a feeling they're going to slot that game right there in the middle. And if we have a game in between those 2 weeks, that's going to be a real test for our club right there.
And in the end, guys, the rotation is gonna matter. And we got depth players. Let's see. It's hard to judge, guys. It's only been 2 games. Let's see what happens today. Let's talk about today's game. Fabio, what are you expecting? Obviously, the same starting lineup as we've
Yeah.
seen the last couple of days. Is Captain America, because you're a big fanboy of Captain America.
You
But
me to it.
what are you
Listen,
expecting? What are you
That's
expecting
what I'm
today?
expecting. I'm expecting to have Captain America show everybody, all right, one more time that he's a stud. He's either going to have an assist or a goal today. I think we easily handle Roma. I think Roma's slipping. I'm not scared that they have 1 point. They have 1 point because they're not a good club. Mourinho's too busy yelling at referees and getting himself suspended. Good. You can leave Belotti out there, bring off Lukaku. He's got that whop, I heard. And as far as I'm concerned, we're going to handle this game. I think first half we handle them, and we're cruising. We cruise into the international break, and we get ready for the real big game that we got coming. Handle the 3 points today, but Pioli, you're on lookout here, man.
Okay.
You lose to Inter 5 times in one calendar year. That's unacceptable. I don't like it.
All right. So this is Fabio coming in from Ecuador, looking like Andon. Look at your pose there. You're just lying.
Oh yeah, I'm leaning here. You like
You're
It's
leaning.
always tough to
Inside
play
my
on the
brother
road,
was-
though.
Vinny, can I ask the chat, the group here? Does Theo Hernandez look fat, or is Milan Twitter on some gasoline? Because they say he was fat, he was Donzo, and I saw somebody that I liked last weekend with that chip goal over the top. I don't know.
He
Ask
could
him,
be
man.
fat all he wants.
Maybe
If
it's
he's
muscle.
scoring goals, like that, I'm all good. People will hate, right? Let's go, guys.
Guys,
let's
he's a defender and he scores.
and he scored. Exactly. The
let's
couple
not
of the
complain.
ultras of the Milan Weekly.
No fat
Patreon.
shaming in the group.
No fat shaming,
shaming.
guys. We are inclusive. Milan Weekly Podcast Patreon. We're inclusive. We accept everybody. Skinny, fat.
Let's say he's robust.
He's robust. I like it. David, starting lineup is probably going to be the same. What are you? Who are you expecting a big game from? You think Pulisic is going to pull off another third big game, or Leao?
Krunic, baby. It's Krunic for Davey all the way. Come on, don't lie, Dave.
Listen, when Benacer is healthy, we're not gonna see Krunic anymore. I'm just letting you know. So until
He's
then,
a great bench player.
he's a great bench
rotation.
player.
Okay.
Sure.
Hold on, can we get a little bet going? Can we throw that teaser out there?
Hold that
What's the
thought for
bet?
1 second. I'm just gonna give
Yeah.
my input and then we'll go back to you.
Okay,
Fab?
go ahead.
Listen, no one sleep on Roma. Roma has a lot of injuries. They have to come out. They have something to prove. It's not something I like to take negative about any team, but Roma is another Lazio. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They have a terrific game with their full bench, with their full team. And sometimes they pull off wins and losses that shouldn't be wins or losses. But do not sleep on them, guys. Roma is a team that I always not feared, but I've always keep your eyes open for them. Yes, the game time decision for Sanchez. Abraham is still injured. Dybala's game time decision. We have to focus on this, and now Lukaku has something to prove. Listen, I hate the guy.
I don't think he's starting, dude.
I don't think he's starting, but I think he will be coming off the bench just to have something to have a bit of game time. But because Belotti cannot play 90 minutes, even though his life depends on it, so he has to play a bit. So I would not necessarily say to sleep on them, but just keep your eyes open. For today's game, listen, a lot of people are expecting something from Leao, but Leao's little bump on his ankle is giving him a game time decision. So I'm not sure. Maybe we're going to try Chukwueze on that side or maybe try Pulisic on the other side. So it depends how the starting lineup is. If Pulisic stays on his right end, I think he's still going to be contributing to the team. And yes, I do feel that he should have a good game. He's rolling on now, confidence. He's doing very good. So I don't expect him nothing else from him. And I expect a good win, but I expect a good game nonetheless. And
hopefully,
Fabio, what was your bet?
What's the bet?
I was going to say, Dave. If just we say Krunic finds the score sheet today, can we throw a little something out there? Can we? Because you hate Krunic, and we know, not everybody believes.
Hate is a strong word, Fabio. I don't necessarily hate the guy because it's just that I'm used to a Milan since the beginning of time. This guy would never be on a Milan team, let alone the bench. But continue. What do you want to do?
What's the bet?
What's the bet? And what do you want?
See, you can't even do. Okay,
the gods didn't want to hear this bet.
Bobby, what's the bet that you got for Davey?
I said if Krunic gets the game-winning goal today, the decider, whether it's 2-1, 3-2, whatever. Can we get Davey with that third jersey with Krunic's name on it?
No, you know what? No. Hold on. Let me interject. Let me interject.
Yeah, sure.
If Davey has to buy the third jersey with Krunic on it, Krunic has to score a game-winning goal in the Champions League that make us pass. I think that's a good bet, David. What do you think?
Yeah, that's more likely. Yeah.
All right.
But we'll revisit this in a few weeks.
Yeah. Don't worry.
It's on
it.
YouTube.
Every time I made a bet, I always kept my word to it, and
all right.
It has to be a bit high raised. Like I said, Champions League, it's a win-win. If we pass because of him, I'm happy, and I'll be more than happy. But for a Serie A game, let's be honest, it's a lot easier, so it's not really fair.
All right. So the bet is on Omar today, man. What are you expecting? Do you like who needs to step up? I'm honestly, for me, I know Leao to step up. I know it's hard to say, but I haven't seen the Leao that I'm used to from the preseason to now. But I feel Leao needs to step up on this game. How about you? Do you think? What are your feelings? Who needs to step up? Who are you expecting that's going to have a game that nobody's expecting?
I personally think Leao hasn't been doing bad. Last game was pretty good. He got the assist. He could have passed that ball to Reindeers. He got the penalty. So I mean, he was playing well. You know, I don't see any issues with his game for the last game. Now this game I think is going to be a little bit different because Mourinho, he likes his park the bus and long ball counter game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to sort of get around that. They're gonna put everybody back, and to be honest, our defense hasn't been perfect as of late.
You're right.
So I'm a little bit worried. You know, like Tomori might push too forward, and we get caught in the back with a long ball, and one of their strikers gets through, and then we're at the mercy of Magnan trying to save us. So that's the only concern I have that's the main concern I have for this game. For the rest, the formation, I think we have good depth. So whether Leao plays or not, at this point, it's not as bad as it like in the previous years. You know, if Leao wasn't there, then what are your options? Now you don't have Leao, you have Chukwueze, you have Okafor, Pulisic can play on that side. The poor guy up front, Giroud, he's gonna. Romero too, yeah, but got that poor guy up front who's got a 37-year-old and he's got to do overtime again. You know, that's what's concerning. I'm just wondering this Jovic deal here because I'm looking at the stats and is he really better than Colombo? Like last year,
experience basically.
I understand experience, but I mean, in 33 games, Colombo got 5 goals and 2 assists. Jovic, 31 games, he got 6 goals and 3 assists. We're talking 1 more goal and 1 more assist. One is an AC Milan player,
if I'm not mistaken, Omar, Jokovic didn't start play time all the time, and Colombo always got started time in the loan deals.
No, so I'm looking at the minutes played right now. The minutes played are almost exactly the same. 1,527 minutes for Jovic and 1,515 minutes for Colombo. Wow. Okay. So,
guys,
so statistics at hand. I'm sorry. Is there
I think we're going to be able to judge this kind of signing. You know what? I prefer them getting somebody last minute than just going. Okay, we're gonna go with what we have, right? So for that,
it's a panic buy.
It's a panic buy, but panic buy
because it was free. It's literally free, so it's like
free.
Loan deal.
Panic buy. We'll be able to see. We'll be able to determine this maybe by half of the season, but you know we shall see. Gio, how about you, man? This game, you know, starting lineup is probably going to be the exact same one. Who needs to step up? Are you with us with Leao, or do you have anybody else in mind?
I just think the defense needs to step up and everything like that. I think Tomori looks shaky. Or Chiao, I don't know how the hell you're 20 years old and you're like you're not even full fitness. That shit is pissing me the F off. But I'm gonna let you slide on that one. But I mean, to me, this is a big year for Capitano Calabria. I mean, I've been defending him like the Avengers. You know, all summer I've been throwing him out, you know, stuff like that. But this is a big year for him because, boy, in that Champions League, he's facing pace upon pace upon pace. Guys that are quicker than probably Leao, to be honest with you. So, I mean, to me, I'm looking for Calabria to step up. I need him to actually defend and stop having these other people saying that that's the new system. When you get turned inside out like the Macarena, that's nothing to do with the new system, okay? That has to do that. You forgot how to defend, okay? So to me, I'm looking for a big game for Calabria today. He needs to defend. He needs to be able to do that. And then Tomori, don't let that England call-up get to your head, okay? You know, pay attention. And I just want to ask my Canadians in here, you know, the big summer signing next summer is going to be Jonathan David. How you guys are going to feel about that? How you guys feeling about that?
Hopefully some more, because you guys know that Tomori is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So we should have some more Canadians on the team, hopefully at a good price. But let's see, Paulie,
Hold on a second, guys. Is it Jonathan David or Alfonso Davies you're talking about? You're talking about the striker, David.
No,
David, Jonathan David. No,
David.
No, Alfonso, we
He's
can't afford it.
lethal
We can't
up front,
afford it.
he's
We got no
lethal.
money. We got no money for that kind of guy.
I don't think we have money for David as well, but we'll see.
It's okay. We're gonna figure it out.
I don't know when's his contract ending. I mean,
It should be soon. It should be soon. He's been at Lille for like 3 years
I love
now.
how it's the first time we got 66 live viewers. We're talking about Milan Roma, but you guys are talking about future signings at the Champions League.
66 viewers. Do yourself a favor and do the channel a favor. If you haven't smashed the like button already, and if you ain't subscribed, make sure you do it. Because I don't know how many times I have to remind our Patreon Saint Vinny here. He needs to tell these people to subscribe to the channel.
That's why we got you and Gio on a Diritto di Riscatto loan to be part of the channel to do these kind of messages. But look at Paulie. Look, he's nice and calm. He's in his kitchen. You know, he's. Are you drinking, Paulie? Are you ready for the game? Not even drinking. What kind of an Irishman? Water.
Wow, staying hydrated.
There's even a bottle of water in the background, just in case.
Just in case. But Paul, how are you feeling about this game? Is the 1 point in 2 games Roma making you worrisome? Lukaku, whatever. But this team, what we've seen so far, how are you feeling about this game? Who do you think needs to step up?
I think Roma are struggling. They've conceded 4 goals in 2 games, and they're weak. They've actually weakened the team. They've lost Matic, Wijnaldum in midfield. They haven't really signed too many players, although Lukaku is a big bonus for them. I think Dybala is going to be out tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing.
I think Loftus-Cheek. I think I'd like to see him continue his form. Actually, he's done really well. He's controlled the games, but I think this is going to be a big test for him. Like, he's playing in Rome away, so
that was my man of the match. Was going to be Loftus-Cheek.
Left butt cheeks has been fantastic. Yeah,
it'd be great to see if he can, continue that form. I think he's going to be a bit of a big boost for us this season. But I'd like to see Pulisic continue as well, and I'd like to see the centre halves be a bit more stable. They weren't so stable the last game. Concentration seems to be a little bit of an issue at the back. So hopefully Mike Maignan can keep an eye on them. But honestly, I think they're going to really try and stifle the game. I think we need to really push on, try and take the game to them. And I think the win is there for us. I think if we kind of express ourselves the way we can the last 2 games, I think we can come out with a 3 points.
Definitely. And Gio and Fabio, are you on did you join the link, or you'll be able to? Because I got to start going, because I got to go meet those New York guys. Do you want to keep on talking? You guys are going to be able to end
I can't.
You can't. Gio, did you click the link, or did you join through StreamYard?
No, he can control it, Gio, if he wants.
Gio can control. You can end the broadcast if you want to. Do you have the button, Gio? Look at him.
Turn your mic
How
on.
did I hire you guys? Even though I'm not paying you, but
No,
whatever.
You
I
hired
just
me.
got an email. My bad. I just got let's keep it going.
No, okay. So you can end the broadcast. You have the option there on top.
Yes.
Okay, so gentlemen, I'm going to leave you
Fabio,
off. I'm gonna go.
brother.
Leao is scoring his first goal of the season this year. I'm gonna go with that. I need to go. Get ready. Go meet some Milan Club New York guys.
You
Mira
treat my
Chicharos.
New York guys good, Vinny, all right? You make sure.
I already told them Presidente is paying for everything. Presidente doesn't know. Shh, don't tell him anything. But on that note, guys, I'm going to leave you off. Guys, thank you so very much. Look at over 60 live viewers at all times. To Davey, to Omar, to Fabio, to Paulie, to Gio. Thank you so very much. Gio, who's the doctor right now? Fabio or you?
Gio. I'm a patient.
I am.
You are? Okay.
Put
so
yourself at the top, G. You know
Control
I don't know
everything.
how to do that, Fabio. You know I'm not too good with streaming.
God. Can you just move in before you leave, please, Vinny?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you going to be able to end the broadcast before
There
this
you
live
go. I
broadcast?
just moved you. I was playing with y'all.
Gio, do you have the option to end the broadcast?
Yes.
Okay.
It says end broadcast right there.
Guys, thank you very much
And
for
what's
joining.
going on? What happened with the lineup? It's like an hour before. Oh, there you go. We got it.
Ovunque e sempre, to the
Vinny.
comments, to the
Vinny.
live viewers.
Vinny,
Forza Milan, guys.
recruit some people.
All right. Give us the lineup, G. Come on, I'll help you out here. Give us the lineup. Talk to us.
All right. So in goal, Sportiello. Right back,
You're lying. You're
David
lying.
Calabria, Malik Chow, Fikayo Tomori, Theo Hernandez. We got right butt cheeks. We got the Bosnian Messi himself. We got Mr. Reindeers. If you're not nice to him, you're not gonna get your Christmas gifts if you believe in that. And then we got Captain America himself, a Christian Pulisic, even though he doesn't like to be called that. So, and then we got the French. He's aging like a fine wine named Olivier Giroud. And then on the left, we have Okafor.
No, we don't. You're a liar.
Magic Mike and Rafael Leao. Let's go, baby. Same lineup as the last two games. How we feeling? Guys? Let me know.
I'm feeling good, man. Listen, I'll tell you this, right? I think this is going to be – I love when Gio immediately leaves. That's lovely. I think, honestly, my dark horse, because Vinny never asked me, he decided to leave before he asked me, is going to be Reindeers. I think today he finds a way to get on the sheet, maybe makes himself the highlight of the game. But for me, guys, I think we're looking at 3-0. I think it's going to be – we're going to rout them. I honestly think we're getting 3. 1 from Leao, 1 from Giroud, and I'd be happy if either Pulisic or Reindeers gets the last one. But I think I don't think they have a chance. I honestly don't. I think we're going to show everybody that we're a strong club and we're going to take care of Roma. But Davey, what do you think, man?
I know. I'm just reading on. I was looking for the lineups, and I just got an email. Just got a notification that AC Milan failed in a loan move for Jonathan David last night. Yeah. Bearing an extreme dramatic late turn of events, the Canadian international is set to remain at Lille with the French window closes today. That sucks.
Listen,
because apparently he wanted to leave on a permanent. No, he wanted to leave on a permanent deal. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to tarnish his name. He doesn't want to do any loans. He's like, if I move for a transfer. I'm not moving for a loan because if you're a loan, there's always the possibility that the team that's taking you as a loan looks at you as a loan, and they're not gonna, because they didn't make the full investment on you, so therefore they don't necessarily want to play you, and they rather play somebody they've actually paid and transferred to increase the value.
Gio Andon is trying to get into the chat.
All right,
thank you. Just gonna say,
God damn, Gio, what the fuck, man?
But
no. I went to the restroom, guys. Relax. I wasn't even next to the computer.
So go ahead, Omar. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's like I said, Jonathan David's on his. He's going to be on his last year of contract next year, so it's going to be a lot cheaper. But I think there's going to be a lot of competition for him. That being said, is he the perfect striker for our formation? I don't think so, because he's only 175 meters. He's not a tall, big striker that can play as a target forward like
Djokovic is 5'8", huh? Don't forget.
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing. No, Djokovic is he's 183.
Okay, 5'9", let's say. It's still very small.
182.
Did you ever see the guy on the field? He's like a little stumpy guy running.
Oh my.
That's why I said, like, at this point here, like Djokovic or Jovic or Lorenzo Colombo.
I think you mentioned it earlier, and I wanted to make a comment. I think Colombo's whole thing is that, one, we can still build value on him if we loan him out, get him a chance to play in another club consistently. So in the case that Milan doesn't decide he is a part of their future plans, they can turn a better profit on him.
I like that he went to Monza. I like, because Monza's on the rise.
Yeah, Monza's a good team, and he's most likely going to get a chance to play a lot there. The thing with this guy, he's come off the bench. He's been in the league. For some reason, we're always like a few years late on the guys because we were looking at this guy a few years ago. So as a last-minute pickup, again, this guy should be number 3. All right, Okafor should be the backup. As far as
that's what I'm gonna say. Isn't Okafor technically a striker?
Yeah, but
he's more a living day. He's more a living day.
Gal's backup. That's what they were saying. At least that's what Pioli said. And if this guy is saying it, you would assume that's what the team feels like, because he's you can buy him to be a striker. He's never going to put him there. He thinks he's a left winger, and that's it.
I mean, I mean, in the end, the plan was always to get that big striker next season. So this is just a last minute solution, and in the end, the deal is not that
I
bad.
mean,
He's get,
Exactly.
he's getting a 1 year contract with options for another two. So if he plays bad, he's going away. If he plays good, he's gonna earn those two extra options. As a
And
last minute deal, it's
nothing.
not bad.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
much
not.
better to give Colombo to be loaned out so he can get a more regular playing time to try to build
Mhm.
up. And if he has a good season with Monza scores double digit goals, he can play for Milan next season. If he stays on the same goal tally as he stayed at Lecce, then he's just not the Milan material. So it's a win-win for anybody.
And let's be honest, if Giroud is healthy, Giroud's going to play.
yeah.
Pioli's going to
Yeah.
run him into the ground. So there is no point of getting a big signing who's not going to be able to take the time away from Giroud. It's listen, the past couple of years we had Macias, Salamakis. Now they're all gone. Origi is hopefully gone. We're getting rid of the dead weight. We have two comparable right wingers now in Pulisic and Chukwueze. You can only get so much. Next year will be striker and maybe right back. You know, you never know. We'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
the
And
interesting
and,
thing
and
about Okafor, sorry guys, but the interesting thing about Okafor is that he is not a small striker. He's bigger than Jovic. You know, he's taller than Jovic, so he can play that center forward. He's 185. So
yeah.
And he plays the body very well. Against Milan, he
exactly.
was
I
taking
mean,
everything
again,
off his shoulders.
Leao can
again,
play center forward eventually. He's a nice, tall, big guy that you can put up front. And, you know, if he gets better and better, he's been working better and getting better on his headers, man, that can be an option because when you want to try and break down those close defenses, you need that sort of bigger striker up front.
I mean, another
Verona
thing
just
is that
tied
this.
us. Verona just tied.
Another thing is
He going for 100 mil next year. Watch it.
yeah. Another thing is this season we have so many wingers that can score double-digit goals. So the priority is not that much of a striker. We can get the goals from Leao, we can get the goals from hopefully from Chukwueze, from Pulisic. And another thing, if there is a need, Pulisic can play as a false nine. Also, Leao can play as a striker. We have Okafor, so we have a lot of options to cover that striker position. And I think that was the strategy why they didn't go this season to drop in and go hard on that striker. They fixed other positions that were needed fixing. And another good thing is if all the players that we send on loan, if they perform from the new clubs, we're gonna get a large amount of money so that we can reinvest next summer into that big striker. So that
That's,
so it's not a perfect end to the Mercato, but it's not even terrible.
Yeah.
no.
One good thing
What
about
about you, Paul?
one.
Hold on.
Sorry,
Get
yeah,
Paul to go. He been here quiet. What's going on, Paul?
oh, sorry.
How you feeling
No,
about the striker option?
Yeah, I just think it is what it is. I think we were always going to rely on Giroud for another year, and we're going to play him for the majority of the games. Whoever's back up, they're not going to get a huge run of form. It's hard to get a big time striker for a backup, even less so on the last day of the transfer season. You're literally just looking for whoever's available to fill a gap. And yeah, I think we have to just I think we're trying to kind of build around the front three as opposed to putting all the eggs on Giroud. I think Giroud will probably play 60 minutes and he'll come off. Hopefully we have a lot of the game done by then. They're going to try and spare Giroud for the season and just interchange him. The two guys aren't Okafor. They'll probably get a few games. Jovic, he won't get much game time this season. And I think it's better to let Colombo go. There's no point letting him sit as number 4 and let him get out there, get some game time. He played with Monza. He's still close to Milan, and we see how we get on. January's not a great transfer window either, so I think considering we got a brand new double pivot and we got a right wing, you can't have everything.
We know January is not a good window. Ask your boy Davey over there.
You never know. We might actually turn things around with this new management. You never know, guys.
That's
If we get some funds, if we see we're doing in a good position for Champions League, I wouldn't be surprised if we go for Jonathan David one more time. One good thing that's helping us a lot is Jonathan David was very likely going to Bayern Munich before that Kane bought, because Alphonso Davies was really asking for him to be with his Canadian compatriot. The second thing that might hurt us now is next year if Mbappe leaves, PSG are going to be looking at Lille for their striker. So it's kind of a bad. It depends on who you want, where he wants to go. He wants to stay in France. If he's not enjoying his time in France, or he wants more competition, he's gonna have a lot more teams. But thank God Bayern Munich is out of the race, because they were gonna definitely beat us, because he could just join his compatriot. So that's what I see. Maybe David in the winter mercato. You never know if his chemistry with Lille is falling apart and he's not going to resign. I wouldn't be surprised that if he knows that Milan was trying to get him, he's probably going to be open to Milan going, unless they can't fork up the cash.
I think we need a good Champions League run.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, if it's all pointing in the good direction and we need that striker to give a bit of Giroud, a bit of help, then for sure we're going to be looking for a striker. If we're not doing well, if we're just passing by, we're not going to spend all that money. We're going to just see where we fill, where we end, and then focus on another great summer transfer mercato.
Fellas, I need to leave at the moment, but before I leave, Gio, get to that video section and hit that godforsaken video. Guys, we appreciate you being on here. If you want to be a part of our Patreon crew, you could subscribe. It's always in the link. Go to Patreon, join the Milan Weekly Podcast, and do us a favor, because you know what you got to do, all right? You need to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all of our latest videos. Smash the like button. Share with all the other Milanista and Serie A lovers that you know. And let's go, baby. Guys, Milan Roma.
There has to be other Krunic haters on there. Come on this Patreon and go with me. If you love Krunic,
guys,
then come and argue with me.
Enjoy the game, and I will see you guys most likely Monday night with Vinny. Gio, keep it going, baby. See you guys later. Peace.
Ciao.
Now we're just gonna do a last round, because I gotta my Uber Eats is about to come pretty soon. But how you guys feeling? Like, do you guys think that we're gonna attack Roma, or we're just gonna sit back? How do you feel the game's gonna go on our end? Because now we're away.
You want to start with me?
Oh, you're the first one, Davey.
I don't know. Everyone, it's whoever jumps on the first thing. No, so I think that Milan's going to be playing the body a lot. Roma's hurting, so I think they're going to be playing a bit of a rough game. We're going to see how they retaliate. It really depends how they're going to come out. If they're going to come out parking that bus and playing back, then, like everyone else saying, like you said, we need to the defense needs to step up. No, we need to step back. I don't want to be caught with runners coming past us, especially now the way we know that Thiago is not fully 100% to play 90 minutes. We cannot afford for him to do last game and pinch in so much. Like, everyone was just on the attacking form. We need to step back, and we need to let the midfielders, yes, Krunic is going to stay back. I'm telling you right now, if Krunic can stay back and help the defense, that would be amazing. We need Reinders and we need Loftus-Cheek to play the body and get into those ends. So yeah, play the body, come at them strong, make sure they don't get caught on the counterattack, and I think we should come up with a win.
No, I agree with that. Like I said, Mourinho likes his long ball and counter-attacking football. Park the bus. So we're going to have to play smart. We're going to have to move the ball around, try and find gaps, find a way to get through. Giroud is a great option to have a target man up front when you're trying to play close defenses like that. Try and maybe get some crosses in to the box. Get in some midfielders, Loftus-Cheek and Reindeers to insert themselves to try and get into positions in the box as well. And if we can play smart and in defense, and we can do a clean job in defense, not give them anything on the counter. As soon as they launch the ball, be aware of where the ball is going, get in between the ball and the goal. Don't let the player get past you. Then we can do something. I think we should be able to win this game. But that being said, it's always difficult on the road. They're going to have the Olimpico there, loud crowd, a lot of energy in the room. The players don't want to lose the game, so they're going to fight tooth and nail, and it's going to be a good game, I think. Let's enjoy it. It's going to be good football.
Lukaku's on the bench, guys, so he's definitely going to be coming on. I'm telling you right now.
What about you, Peter? No? Any thoughts? You froze? You?
Oh, sorry. I think sorry. I think it'll be a tight game. I think the first 30 minutes will be tight. You know what Marino's like. They've had a rough start, but our confidence is high and our form is good. I think it'll be. I think we'll score either just before halftime or just after halftime, and I think we'll run out 2-0 winners.
I'd take that.
Yeah, and
I
on
think
to close out the show, you
I think
can
Milan
come
Yeah,
with the
goes for it.
stats. I like that.
I mean, based on how we started playing this season, I think we're gonna attack. We have the players to do so. We can see the fluid game that we have. We can see that there's even though Rangers and Loftus played like 5 games together with the team, they have very good understanding, especially with the wingers. That one to play will be essential. And what's one thing that Roma is shaky is their defense. They're very bad in defense, especially at the start of the season. Even Rui Patricio is making terrible mistakes. So I think we can take advantage of that. And I'm hoping that we won't be scared. We won't be scared to shoot some balls outside the box. I think we can grab a goal like that. So I'm hoping that we can do that. And before the international break, before the derby, we can have 9 points and go into the derby in a strong point.
Man, I agree with everything y'all saying, man. But we're gonna end the show, and like we say all the time, man. Forza Milan. Thank you guys for joining me today, and hopefully I can do this right. So everybody, Forza Milan.
Ciao,
Ciao.
guys. Take care.
Thanks.
Guys.
Vincerai, non ti lasci